The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom. I'm your host, Renee Phillips. On Homeroom, we take you inside the classroom and introduce you to the students and teachers who make up Mobile County Public Schools. Today, we're going to learn about a program that we have where we give our students internships over the summers so they can learn about real skills that they're going to need on the job. And I have with me today Larry Mouton, who is Assistant Superintendent of Workforce Development, and Alexis Golston, who is a senior at Murphy High School. Hi.
Hi.
So, Mr. Mouton, will you tell me about this internship program?
Sure. You know, we have a great school system here and create incredible success and opportunities for our students. But one of the things we noticed several years ago that was really missing was a transition from school into the workplace and into the future workplace. Because a lot of students were academically focused, but really didn't have real business experience. And so we said, what can we do to make that happen? And the internships, I think, have worked out very well for us.
Was this the second or third year?
This is actually our third year, and each year we've increased the number of students and also made more quality, I think, internships that correlate with what the students want to be when they grow up.
Okay, and Alexis, you interned this summer. Where did you intern?
Yes, ma'am. I interned at the Battleship Memorial Park.
And what did you do there?
I worked in a gift shop. I did a little bit of working with food because we had a galley part, and then going all the way back to the stocking part where you had to receive all the items that's coming into the gift shop and pricing all the items that, we have to get ready to sell.
And what was it like for you?
It was fun. Some days it got a little hectic because it got real crowded. People was coming down for the holidays and coming to visit or coming through from Texas or Florida, going back home. So it's good.
And what did you learn?
I learned that you really have to be on top of everything, and you really have to know how to organize stuff and make sure you keep everything in order, and keep customers happy. You know how to talk to people.
Mm-hmm. And so is that some of the things you want them to learn, is what it's like actually being on the job?
Absolutely. Alexis is in the early college enrollment program at Murphy, which she's going to college, and she's going to go to college with a lot of college credits. But eventually, she's going to want to be employed. And working in the workplace where what you do makes an impact on the bottom line, you're part of a team, is part of what we're trying to teach these young people that, again, we as humans, I think, tend to be kind of egocentric. But when you get into the workplace, you have to think about the company, your work, again, your fellow employees, as well as the bottom financial line. So she's right on it with that. We did a good job of developing these internships in that they're just 4 weeks. So it's 4 weeks, 15 hours a week. So it's just, again, you get in there, it's almost like an extended field trip that you get paid for. Mm-hmm. So it's not it's not a large investment for the business in money, but it is a large commitment. And I think it really changed a lot of kids' lives this summer.
And it's competitive, isn't it? So, and there's a process that you apply through and you're interviewed. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. What we want to do is we've made a commitment to our young people that if they go through their academy at their school, their major, and they're successful, then we'll do everything we can to give them between their junior and senior year an internship opportunity, and more or less to make sure that they're on the right path. So, everyone's looking for a summer job, and in their particular career field, that's even more powerful. So it is very competitive. This year, totally, we had about 450 interns. So that's about 15% of our juniors actually got an internship. Unfortunately, that was only about half of the students who wanted internships. So we're hoping that businesses will step up and we can have even more career opportunities next summer.
Mm-hmm. So Alexis, you interviewed for the internship. What was that process like?
It was very scary because it was like a bunch of us going out for like the same position or trying to get the same job and wanting to go to this spot. So it was nervous, but you have to stay on top of it, talking to people, actually putting yourself out there to make it known that you're the one that should get it. You should get this opportunity and you deserve it.
And you interviewed with an adult, a professional, so was that a good experience in and of itself, just learning how to answer the questions? And
Yes, ma'am. That was very good because once I finished that and then I got the notice that I would be able to get the intern, I had to go intern with Mr. Eb Counts, that's from Battleship Park. And so interviewing with him was really nervous because he's over the whole park and he was really the one to give me the opportunity to let me to come because I know he had to talk to like many of us, but it helped a lot knowing how to answer the questions and what to say and,
And will that help you as you apply to colleges and for jobs in the future?
Most definitely. Every time I get a new opportunity to talk to other people, and it helps me grow as a person and know what to say and what not to say.
Okay. And Mr. Mouton, tell me, like, where all did they intern?
Right. We had all over the spectrum. We had Austell, in the shipbuilding. We had students interning there. We had them at Otokampu Steel. We had them at AMNS Calvert Steel Company. We had them at Hargrove and Associates. We had them at the C Lab. We had them in Mobile County Public Schools. We had interns ourselves working in the IT department right here in the TV studio, throughout our system working in CNP. We had them in Cowan, it was a diesel company. So every trade, every profession, we had USA Medical Center had some interns. So we really met the needs of our kids and the future of our kids. And again, our kids got to meet true professionals, and maybe even equally as important, our business and industry got to meet our students and realize you don't have to seek all over the country and world for good future employees. They're right here in Mobile.
What kind of feedback did you get from the employers?
Oh, incredible. Not only, when we started out, within a couple of weeks, most of the employers were asking for more interns or to extend the 4-week time because they realized what quality kids these were and how they were truly making an impact on their business.
And what are your goals for next year?
Well, it is to increase the number of opportunities for our young people. I think you'll agree, it changes your life, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You learn a lot of different things and how to work with people and working in the workforce, so you get a good experience out of everything.
So increase the numbers and have, again, a good quality and diversity of employers, because a lot of our students aren't necessarily interested in going directly into college. We have a lot of certified nursing assistants, CNAs, and so the healthcare industry, we're looking for more opportunities for those young people. Engineering is a big interest for our kids. We have a lot of great students who are going to become engineers, some more engineering firms. But overall, just more opportunities for kids to get into the workplace and see what's behind the curtain and how a business is operating.
And what would you say to a business that might be interested in doing this? Is it worthwhile?
Absolutely. We vet the students very carefully and make sure they have a good record, discipline, attendance, grades. We do mock interviews with them so that they understand what's important, how to interview. And then it's a 4-week commitment and really costs about $1,500, so it's not a lot of money. And we have great academy specialists that check on the students and make sure they're right there. So it's really investing in Mobile and investing in the future of their company.
And that's what we hope more businesses will do. It's an investment in our students, investment in our future workforce. That's great. Well, we're going to break for commercial, and when we come back, we're going to meet the director of the Dauphin Island Sea Lab and a student from Baker who interned there.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
Hello, I'm Jordan Clark, and I'm in the Health Service Academy at John L. LaFleur Magnet High School. My future career is to be an obstetrician gynecologist. With this academy, I'm learning firsthand from people already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job really makes me want to study hard and work harder towards my career goals.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. Visit mcpss.com.
As Alabama's first and largest school system, Mobile County Public Schools prides itself on the high quality of education we provide our students.
We have been successful over the years in raising our graduation rates
and have been recognized nationally for closing achievement gaps.
We believe that our primary focus is to educate all students to become productive citizens.
This is our commitment to them and to you.
Welcome to LaFleur High School, where we are committed to graduating students that are college and career ready. We look forward to seeing you for a campus visit soon.
The more parents are involved in school, the more likely it is a child will succeed. Children with involved parents and attend school regularly make better grades and have better social skills. Every involved parent makes a difference.
Get involved.
Ask about your child's day.
Explain how your education matters.
Parent involvement, it matters.
You can find more information on parent involvement at mcpss.com.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom. Today we're learning about our summer internship program where hundreds of our students worked over the summer and learned important job skills. Right now I have Tina Miller-Way, who does education outreach at the Dauphin Island Sea Lab, and Drew Dixon, who is a senior at Baker High School who interned there. So Tina, will you tell me why did y'all participate in this program?
This is the second year we've participated, and last year was such a positive experience we decided to do it again this year. And in fact, we increased our number of interns to 2 this year. We had Drew and we also had Hannah Blackman. But we found the student workers to be absolutely wonderful to work with. They bring enthusiasm, excitement about it, and that's conveyed to the students that come down and visit us for our summer camps and the teachers that come and participate in our summer workshops and such.
So Drew, did you know that that was where you wanted to intern, or
yes, ma'am.
What made you want to intern there?
As soon as I'd heard that internships were available, I decided to apply to specifically Dauphin Island Sea Lab because I'd been there before and I know the environment and I'm comfortable there and things work out well.
And what did you do?
Well, mainly I was working with children, like the campers. So I would oversee activities and do paperwork. I do a lot of paperwork, oversee activities.
You prep for everything?
Lots of prepping.
Talk to the kids?
Yes.
So good. It sounds like a good leadership role, right? Were you interacting with the children and helping them learn about the Sea Lab?
On a regular basis. So lots of kids have a lot of questions and a lot of people can't answer those. So I'm here to facilitate, or was there to facilitate and make things easier to understand on a person-to-person level.
So it's a summer program, right?
That's right. Unlike some of the internships, we asked Drew to commit to the entire summer for us, which is a period of about 10 weeks. So we had both Hannah and Drew for 10 weeks this summer. And at that point, he's part of the Sea Lab family now. We form a bond over those 10 weeks, and Drew was a very great worker for us.
And what age group of kids were you working with?
Mainly middle schoolers from like ages 11 to 15, and then we had a high school program which Tina oversaw. I never got a chance to work with those, but middle schoolers were more like my focus. And that's where I want to go into when I get older.
So you want to do education, or what would you like to do?
Well, when I got out of high school, I was going to go to college and get my degree in microbiological studies, and then maybe come back and teach middle school biology or science in general.
So that was a good fit for you. So are you interested in marine biology at all, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could go into that. It's lots to find out about.
Lots of possibilities.
Very open.
So many students don't know the wealth of opportunities there are just in and around the ocean. You know, there's so many ways that you can make a living dealing with the ocean, whether it's, you know, engineering robots or whether it's teaching students. And part of our goal is to show those wealth of opportunities to the kids when they come down and say, you know, there's lots of ways. It's not all about catching fish and riding dolphins, you know, kind of stuff. There's lots of other ways to make a living down there. So.
And I'm impressed. Like, I would think that's something on your resume when you put that you helped over with a camp with middle schoolers at a Sea Lab. That just sounds very impressive. So what did you think overall about the experience?
I learned how to be very adaptable, fluid. I used to be super like strict by the books. If it's not scheduled, I'm not doing it. But now I've learned to like relax and figure things out for myself as things go. And I think that's going to be a very useful skill in the workforce because things don't always go as planned. So you have to learn how to adapt and change and perform.
And it's a very good skill, and I think that employers will appreciate that you've learned that, because that's something that you find as an employer is a valuable trait?
Most definitely, yes. Flexibility, I mean, we can't control the weather as much as we'd like to, and so when you plan to go to the beach and there's lightning out there, we have to change plans, and you have to do that very quickly and adapt and prepare. And Drew did great this summer. You know, it takes a while to get used to, but and I do think it's an incredibly important skill in all facets of life.
So tell me some of the lessons that you taught to those middle schoolers. What did you teach them about?
We have this one camp called Oceans Alive. Grammatically all over the place, but it's fine. We teach them about specifically cartilaginous fish or sharks and rays, and they have a touch lab. We have a touch lab. We go to the estuarium. We witness the feeding. Amazing. It's absolutely wonderful to see all the rays just skate around the tank. And then we go back to the camp and kind of consolidate a lot of
You take them out on
separate.
the beach,
Yeah,
right?
we do that.
Uh-huh.
I'm brain farting right now. I can't even. And yeah.
So as a middle schooler, would this have been a worthwhile program to do you think?
If I went to it in middle school, yes, or I would have loved it, frankly. But I went to it in lower school, so like I was a kid and I was like stuck with me since then. Not just kind of like attests to the memorability of like the camps, because I remember like everything we did. Like we did fish printing, and we went to the beach a couple times, scanned for like shark teeth and shells. I think I still have some of the shells from middle school or lower school. So yeah.
So you remember when you went. So do you think that these middle schoolers who went this summer, they're going to think back on it and remember it, and they're going to remember you?
I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be.
We have those students for a week, and even in a week, it's amazing. There's friendships that pop up, both within the campers, but between the campers and our counselors and our interns and our educators, and it's a very rewarding experience.
And I know Dauphin Island Sea Lab is a big partner of Mobile County Public Schools, and you do a lot of educational programs. So can you tell us about some of the other programs?
Sure. We actually work hand in hand with the Coastal Studies Academy at Alma Bryant High in all ways, from having some of our research faculty go out and speak to students out there, to work with them in the field. They bring their students down. We have an underwater robot program, and those kids come down and participate in that. We've had a school year intern from Alma Bryant for several years that helps to fix all of our underwater robots, because they get used a lot and they need a little bit of upkeep and that kind of stuff. So we work with Mobile County Public Schools that way. We also are partners with the Environmental Studies Center, now has a new director there, and we run cooperative teacher programs with them. And so a whole number of different ways that we work with them.
So you help our teachers learn as well how they can bring lessons back to their classroom.
Sure.
Now we're showing a picture right now. Tell us what you're doing there.
Drew?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this was the outreach event that we did in Bienville Square. Amazing experience. I had so much fun. And my partner there in the crimson shirt is Lauren. I forgot her last name. Lauren Still. She's from South or Northwestern America. And we have like a lineup of like all these
the fish
preserved
parts, right?
fish parts.
Yeah.
And yeah. And we described what was going on, what it was, what they use, what they do. We just described.
They teach about where these animals live, and you know, a little bit about their lifestyle. We've got teeth out there, or fish out there with big teeth, fish out there with no teeth at all.
And we covered like the environmental importance on the left side of the of the table.
So you had to learn a lot, right?
Yes.
And then you got to share what you learned with children, and you got to go around the community at these events and teach people about the importance of our marine life.
Yes.
Right. Well, that sounds like a wonderful experience, and we'd like to thank you for having our interns, and we hope that you'll do it again next year.
Most definitely. If you can get us students like Drew and Hannah, that's great.
We've got lots of wonderful kids.
Yeah.
So we're going to break for commercial, and when we come back, we're going to talk to 2 additional students who interned this summer as part of the Mobile County Public Schools internship program.
Hello, my name is Abby Dinkins. My children go to E.R. Dixon Elementary School. The education that my kids are getting, it's tremendous. There's one time that I thought about homeschooling my kids because I wasn't sure, you know, we're new here. And when I enroll my children at the public school, and I'm just blown away because the teachers are nice, the curriculum itself is different. I believe in Mobile County Public School education for preparing my children for life.
To be inside of the advanced placement program means that you are a student whose primary goal is to go to college. And being in the advanced placement makes that so much more real for those students who are inside of it.
I feel that students shouldn't be scared to go into being an AP scholar because it's not how smart you are and it's not like your GPA, it's how much work you put into your classes and how much you are dedicated to your classes.
I believe my child's school is probably one of the best ones I could have picked in Mobile. She's in the PACE program. The teachers are phenomenal. The principal, couldn't ask for a better principal. The research that I had done myself, I believe the quality of education in Mobile County Public School system is excellent. For me and my child, I'm going to stick with the public school system. I think it's the way to go.
Hello, I'm Helena Tyler. I would like to invite you to join me for Inside Education. Come with us as we take a look at what's happening around Mobile County Public Schools, as well as what's happening in your child's classroom. That's Inside Education, right here on the MCPSS TV network.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're meeting some of our students who've participated in our summer internship program this summer. And now I have joining me Dylan and Dasani Stallworth. They're twins. They both attend Viger High School. So tell me, what academies are you enrolled in at Viger?
Well, I'm enrolled in the Broadcasting Academy at Viger.
Same. And you both interned this summer, so tell us where you interned. Dylan, you want to start?
Yes, ma'am. So I actually interned with MCPSS Communications Department. And that's basically,
right here.
yes, ma'am, where we're in here now. I was in the TV studio, and I basically work with the crew.
Which I love, because the last time we filmed the show, you helped us film it.
Right.
So what was that like to learn how to film shows and create videos?
Well, it was definitely an experience that well, let me start over. It was an experience that it's my first time doing. So behind the camera, in front of the camera, it was scary, you know, trying to host these shows for people. But I ended up doing it. It was definitely a learning experience.
So you learned a lot?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And Dasani, what about you?
I did CNP, which is child nutrition. And it was very helpful, insightful. I learned a lot. And it gave me new opportunities and possibilities. And some of the stuff we would do is work with Microsoft Office, which I work with Excel, which I was doing spreadsheets. And then we'll go to local communities and schools and hand out food for the kids.
So it was part of the summer feeding program, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that like to do that?
That gave me a different perspective on everything. Because I didn't realize that some kids didn't receive 3 meals a day like others. So just to give kids 1 meal can make a big difference in positive change.
So you would go out to the different sites and feed children?
Yes, ma'am. Every day it was a different site. So, yes, we ventured out a lot.
Yeah. And so what did you guys learn from that internship experience that you took back to school this year?
Well, being in the Broadcasting Academy, I take a broadcasting class at Viger, so I basically honed my skills. I was working on editing videos and recording videos, shooting videos and the procedure and how it goes about. So I definitely learned a lot, and I would take it back to Viger High School and use it in class.
And one of the things I learned with Microsoft, Viger has another specialist program, which is IT fundamentals, and I take that also. So having to deal with Microsoft Excel, I learned a lot here, which means I could take that back to Viger and take the test. Hopefully I can pass, which qualifies me to do so.
That's wonderful. And it was competitive, wasn't it? So tell me about the process. You interviewed for the internships. Was that scary or?
Well, actually, my experience interviewing, I arrived there at the central office, and I remember waiting in the foyer. And there was another student, and I knew her, and we were talking back and forth. And it's like, "Are you here for the interview?" I was like, "Yes." And we was here for the same interview. So it was a little bit scary knowing that I had competition, but I went into the interview with a smiling face and confident, and I ended up receiving it. So.
And another good experience. Dasani, how was your interview?
I was very hectic and anxious. Like, we did 2 interviews, which was the first one, which was the mock interview, which I love that I enjoyed it because I felt like I got the experience I need to do my real interview, which was very nice and calm. And so yes, I was scary, but it was nice.
And do you feel like that experience alone, that interviewing, will help you with future interviews?
Definitely. I feel like this interview will help me along the path when it comes to like a real job and starting applying for a real career. And I know that the practice that I receive now is going to translate and kind of transform me to prosper into a real interview for another job in the future.
And to piggyback off to what he said, I do believe this has helped me because I know what to do and what not to do in interviews.
So you're twins. Would you come home at night and talk about what you had done that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes he'll come over to my office because with me dealing working with CNP, they'll have food and samples and stuff. And so he'll come over.
Does she feed you?
Samples.
Yeah, to say the least. But yeah, we definitely came home and talked about our experiences because even though we were working, it was so much fun. So it was really wasn't like it was a job, more of it's like, I did say summer camp, really. So it was definitely a fun experience. We talked about it every day.
And so what do you guys, you're seniors this year, so you'll be graduating. Have you thought about what you want to do after you graduate?
Yes, Mom. I don't know, this experience really like made me change and made me really think on what I want to do after high school. My original plans was to graduate and go to college for business finance. But after experiencing this internship, it opened up my horizon to new possibilities of what I want to pursue after high school.
Do you think maybe some broadcast or some public relations, or what do you think?
Definitely. They say I got the camera face, so I definitely look into it.
Okay, I think you do. I'm gonna have to let you host the show. How about that? And Dasani, what about you?
Well, just to piggyback off what he said. Can you repeat it one more time?
What do you want to do when you graduate?
Yes, okay. So to piggyback off what he said, I want to do business, communication, or management. And dealing with what I did, I feel like I would love to do child nutrition, just to know that what I do can make a difference to one child. So it's just, I might take it into, I'm sorry.
So do you feel like the academies in Viger High School, has that prepared you for what you want to do in the future?
Yes, Mom. Viger, they have multiple academies, but I switched academies. I was in the Information and Technologies Academy, and I was switched over to the Broadcasting Academy. And being in those two academies, it definitely gave me some insight of what possible careers it will open me up to and what I would be doing. So it definitely gave me some insight, and I'm hopeful of what I want to do after high school.
And how about you? Has Viger prepared you?
Yes, I do believe that Viger has prepared me for college career ready in IT fundamentals and broadcast. So I do have two different choices of what I want to do, but IT fundamentals is more like it.
And as far as this internship goes, do you feel like you would encourage other students to participate next year?
Definitely. This experience was definitely eye-opening. It taught me how to carry myself in a business workplace, and how being in a business workplace, how you're supposed to carry yourself, saying what to say and what not to say, and basically carrying yourself. So it's definitely some good experience to experience now while you're still in high school. So when you do go to college and graduate and looking for a career and a job, it can, you know what to do. You'll be set up.
And what about you?
So I do believe this has benefited me in many ways. And some days I will be on Snapchat, take pictures of what I'm doing, and people will be like, oh, that looks fun, that looks awesome. I want to do that. How can I do that? So, of course, I would encourage everybody to join. It was really...
And did you have other classmates who participated, and do they feel the same?
Yes.
Where did they intern? Do you know?
I know the students at Viger High School, they intern at the IT
department here.
Here. So they liked it, and we enjoyed it, and we talked about it every day. So we go back to Viger, we talk about our experience, and hopefully more students will apply next year.
I think that's that you're a good testament. You're great workers, and you learn so much, and you can go back to your school and encourage more students to participate. Well, thank you for joining us today on Homeroom as we talked about our internship program in Mobile County Public Schools. We'd like to encourage all juniors to think about participating next year. And if you're a local business that doesn't participate, give us a call and we'll let you know how you can help train students for the workforce. Thank you for joining us.